Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King home of the train is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
I love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Baird here with Tyler Moss live from Wasatch High School as Wasatch looks to complete the two-game series against the Springville Red Devils today at home. Game that was originally scheduled to be down at Springville, but due to that snowstorm last week, Wasatch played down at Springville on Friday and are now set ready to go here at home. Looking for the two-game sweep after coming away with the victory. Ty missed that one, but a bit of a jungle, circus, all the different adjectives to describe that one on Friday.
Yeah, if you want to go half glass full, Tyler, it showed that Wasatch has a lot of depth and resiliency because it couldn't have started much worse for the Wasps. They ended up letting 9 guys get on by either walks, hit by pitch, or error out of the first 1.1 innings pitched, Tyler. It was a really rough stretch there to start the game, but the pitchers did a good job of minimizing, the relief pitchers especially. Brevin Becker, who came in, Tyler, really, I feel like, saved the day, held Wasatch steady, and the bats were just lights out down there, Tyler. So as messy as it was out there in the field and on the mound, really the bats came through. 16 hits for Wasatch in that game en route to that 13-7 victory over Springville on Friday.
You're listening to the Dairy King pregame show. The Dairy King has been serving your family since 1946, and our winners of Best in State for over 20 years. And then that summary from last week, brought to you by Mountain Refined. They aim to share knowledge and expertise to help you transform your home into a warm and inviting home. Pitcher today for Wasatch is Eddie Bluth, a 2.8 ERA, 1-2 on the season, 15 innings pitched, and 9 Ks. He'll start with strike one to the shortstop, Hugh Redd, a senior. Red on the season, hitting .349, including 3 doubles and a triple.
Yeah, Ty, the Springville lineup, they like to get after the first pitches. We saw that, but only the top half of the lineup. Tyler, 1 through 5, pretty aggressive hitters. They like to get after it, good solid swingers. Then the bottom half of the lineup is struggling to find their way on base. A lot of sacrifice. Oh, there's a strike 3, Tyler. Low ball that Otis bobbled, but you're going to get a punch out early on. But a lot of sacrifices, a lot of bunts, that kind of thing in the bottom of the lineup.
First strikeout brought to you by Smiles by Design, formerly known as Dorius Dental, offers no surprises of dental treatment. Learn more at smilesbydesign.com. Ty, take us around the diamond for the Wasatch starters on the defensive side.
You already mentioned Eddie Bluth getting the start on the mound here today. Ty throwing to Otis Sweat, who I feel like was the player of the game down there on Friday. Tyler, a home run and a single in the same inning to jumpstart the Wasatch offense. Then around the infield, Royal Matthews at third, Braxton Fowler at short, Jack Salmon at second, and Tatton over there at first base today. Another foul ball for an 0-2 count. Out in the outfield, Miguel Armendariz is going to play left with Eddie on the mound here. He'll be DH for today. Crew Baxter will be hitting for Miguel, but Miguel there in left. Austin Brown in center, and then Max Livingston in right field today.
0-2 the count to the second baseman, Kyler Hughes, a .289 batting average. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled off again. It'll keep the count at 0-2. Defensive starters brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy. Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy in Heber City. Visit them at bonniejosephacademy.edu, where beauty meets expertise. Springville on the season, a 5-12 record overall on the season, and are currently sitting at number 17 in the RPI standings. So only a 29% win percentage, but overall a 59 to make it a 60% opponent's win percentage. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. 1-2 the count. Nearly back-to-back Ks here for Eddie Bluth.
Funny conversation with his home plate umpire, Tyler, before the game. He kind of came in frantically. He was dying of thirst and was on the hunt to get his water bottle filled. Ooh,
not a lot of water places here.
No, and then the concessions aren't open, and he was kind of frantically looking over, and he found a parent here for Wasatch that had some water that offered to him, and then he looked at me very nervously and said, I hope those Springville people didn't just see a Wasatch parent give them to me. Otherwise, they're going to think I'm going to favor Wasatch here today. And you know what? That call was close enough. That should be a water bottle or two worthy of that. Right. Strike three over there. Going to give Mr. Blue a hard time.
3 straight balls here to Hughes. So he, after falling down 0-2, fills the count up. It's going to be a 3-2 pitch. It's going to elevate to right field. Max Livingston will catch it over the left shoulder for out number 2 here in the top of the first.
That's a good play for Max. That ball into the wind, Tyler, kind of flying in from right field towards home plate. So that ball tailing a little bit on Max, but he did a good job of kind of drop stepping that left step, Tyler, to open up the shoulder and make it an easier grab.
Wind blowing from that right field into the left field line. Last time we were here on this field, 5 bombs, 3 by Spanish Fork and 2 by Wasatch. Going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Preston Hansen, 396 on the season, 14 RBI, second on the team in that category.
Yeah, Ty, that was the day. 6 home runs overall because of the doubleheader. They had one in the first game. Balls are flying out of the yard left and right.
0-1 pitch misses high for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Hansen, a senior, going to be behind the dish today for the Red Devils. Wasatch wearing their black top, white bottoms with the white cap. The 1-1 fouled off. Keep the count at 1-2.
Ty, the home run's an interesting conversation with this Wasatch team, though. Wasatch has had plenty of power hitters over the last few years. I mean, Peyton Swap, right, comes to mind immediately of a guy that could just leave the yard at any given time. But I don't know if there's been the depth of home run hitters. This team already with 5 different guys that have hit a home run this year, and most of those guys with multiple home runs. A lot of pop, a lot of power in this lineup that Wasatch has.
That one in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 now the count to Hansen. Again, Eddie Bluth on the mound today for the Wasps. Working out of the windup. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Fowler fields it on the run, slowly takes it hop and throws it across the diamond to Tatton for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll go into the bottom of the first. 0-0 the score.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the first brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery, Heber's only locally owned and operated plant nursery. They have everything you need for your gardens. And don't forget to stop by the indoor plant and decor shop as well. Batting lineup for Wasatch, Jack Salmon will lead it off, followed by Austin Brown. Royal Matthews will be hitting in the 3 spot. Braxton Fowler in the cleanup. Trevin Tatton will be hitting in the 5. Livingston Baxter in the 6-7 spot. And then Sweat and Bluth will round out your top 9. Salmon, the leadoff guy, 355, and one of those hitters, Ty, that you mentioned with multiple home runs on the season, 2 home runs. Also Austin Brown with multiple home runs at 5, Livingston with 2, and then Sweat and Royal Matthews both with 1.
Yeah, Ty, you think we can nail it if I put you on the spot of all those guys that have home runs for Wasatch this year? You mentioned Salmon with multiple home runs. and get the other 4.
Yeah.
I guess there's only 3 more with multiple home runs.
Yeah,
but.
so Brown and Livingston both with multiple home runs, right? And then Royal and Sweat with the other 2.
Yeah.
First pitch is going to be an off-speed pitch in for a strike. On the mound for the Red Devils is going to be Torres. Second pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off, so a quick 0-2 count here to Livingston. Torres, 16 and 2/3 innings pitched on the season, a 3.78 ERA, 1-3 on the season, has 18 strikeouts in those 16 and 2/3 innings pitched. Blustery day here today, and starting to blow pretty much straight in. The 0-2, it's going to be off the plate, but it's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop's got to get rid of it quick. He's going to airmail it to the fence, and an error early on will give Wasatch base runner.
Nice to have speed. Leadoff hitter coming out of the box hard. Just one extra hop made the shortstop a little antsy on that bounce, waiting for that ball, and just not a good form on the release. Tyler sailed it up high.
Actually went into the dugout, Ty, so Salmon will get to advance to second. And Wasatch with the duck on the pond after the throwing error. Brings up Austin Brown, 375 on the season, 11 extra base hits, 16 RBIs. Is hitting .421 in region play. Something we talk about quite a bit, Ty, right? Wasatch, if you're a hitter that can go up in region play, especially in this league, shows the quality of hitter that you are. And Wasatch with multiple hitters that have been able to do that so far in region play. Salmon gets depth at second base. Now a big hop. Torres is going to take a second look. It's a long second look. Decides to take a third look. Slide step delivery misses high and outside for ball 1.
Well, Ty, this is an important game for Wasatch. Mentioned it last Friday on the air too, but Wasatch about to go into a bit of a gauntlet as far as their region goes.
This one's going to be swung on. Base knock up the middle. Another pitch that was off the plate, but Brown gets just enough, and he will bring in his 17th RBI of the season on the single up the middle.
Yeah, good job from Austin. Get things going, Tyler. Still not a ball that was hit with too solid of contact, but enough to get through. And that was, of all the things, it was strange. Wasatch 16 hits on Friday. Austin Brown easily the leader as far as slugging percentage. Tyler leads the team in home runs. He's got multiple doubles, triples on the year. He didn't hit a ball out of the infield. He had 3 balls that were in play that stayed in the infield, and then he had a couple walks in that game here, Tyler. And again, that ball not struck particularly well for Austin standards, but sometimes you don't have to hit it well to get a hit. That thing had eyes and found its way through.
Another miscommunication in the dugout, Tyler, with the lineup. Braxton Fowler was headed up, and luckily Coach Bo said, no. Royal's the one on the
Yeah, that would be a
scorecard.
Change of scenery that we've seen all year, right? The first 4 have been pretty steady. Salmon, Brown, Matthews, and Fowler have been there all year long.
Nice pitch on the outside corner for strike 1 to Royal, who steps in on the left-hand side. a 446 batting average on the season, leads the team in that category. Also has 5 doubles and a home run, 15 RBIs for the senior. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2 the count with Brown on first. Wasatch leading 1-0.
He was great on Friday, Tyler. Led the team in hits, 3 hits on the day for Royal. And just was awesome at the plate. A lot of hard singles up the middle.
Runner's going to go. The pitch is a ball. Brown's in there safely. So 1-2 the count at the dish, and Austin Brown will steal the base, and Wasatch has another duck on the pond. Pitch misses as well. Moves count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Royal got down 0-2 a couple times on Friday, Tyler. Worked all the way back a few times to get to a full count, and then just blasted a ball back up the middle. Springville struggled to find a way to put him away.
The 2-2 misses outside. Fills up count at 3-2.
Same trend again here, Ty. Just good quality at bats. Working a lot of pitches, seeing a lot of pitches. Which is extremely helpful for your team, right, as you're trying to figure out this pitcher on the mound in the first inning.
Brown, a good lead at second base. Torres takes a second look, delivers the payoff, and that one misses as well. So after falling down 0-2, Royal works the walk, and Wasatch has reached base in their first 3 hitters, and they're a hit and a walk. And that'll bring up Braxton Fowler, Ty, who's hitting .434 on the season, 19 RBIs, and has hit .571 in region play since Wasatch has moved to region play.
Yeah, and he was great in this game on Friday as well, Tyler. Multiple hits in that game 3, actually, for Braxton. So I'm sorry, I got to give Royal credit, Ty. He had 4 hits on Friday, and Braxton had 3 hits. So when you're looking at the 3-4 spots on Friday between Wasatch and Springville, Wasatch got 7 hits between those 2 guys.
Pitches on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Torres so far has done a good job of getting ahead in the count. He's gone 0-2 to each of the first 3 batters. Now is 0-1 here to Fowler, but still without an out. Torres sets. Now a pickoff move to second base. It was a good one. Shortstop can't come up with it. It would have been interesting to see what the umpire would have called on that one. But the ball trickles to the outfield, but base runners will stay at first and second.
Yeah, better throw, and Austin might be in trouble there, Tyler. That ball was on the wrong side of the bag. Austin sliding in between third and second base, and the throw was between first and second base. So Red was trying to quickly snag it and get it back over to put the tag on Brown. But if that throws right over the hands, Austin may be done for.
The 0-1. Inside. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Couple of signs here from Coach McCoy. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Pitch misses high for ball 2. So 2-1 the count.
You know, Ty, I mentioned this stretch coming up for Wasatch with Payson and Salem Hills. I guess it's Salem and then Payson, pardon me. And then they finish with number 1 Maple Mountain. But really, isn't the whole league just a tough region? Wasatch before this. Can have our first hit by pitch.
Well,
saw plenty of that on Friday.
Hit by pitch, a walk, an error, and a single. Wasatch has reached base in, I think, every way possible so far. That'll load up the bases with nobody out.
Well, let's start stacking on some doubles and triples and home runs to go with that here, Tyler. But you think you started off with Pleasant Grove, who's number 3 in the state. You got Timpview in there, who's a little bit more favorable as far as having ability. And then you bring in number 2 Spanish Fork right after. And so, I mean, they started with a bit of a tough stretch. 4 out of their first 6 games, top 3 opponents. Now they're going to finish with 6 straight games with top 7 opponents in the RBI, which it could always also move up there, Tyler, too, with those teams getting wins in their other series. So this region just is the cream of the crop as far as 5A goes.
Earned a trip to the mound, brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Do you sometimes feel dizzy or unstable? If so, Physical at the Fit Stop has good news. Falls are preventable. Give them a call at 435-654-5607. Let's see how you can improve your balance and regain your freedom. Trevin Tatton will step into the plate with a .273 batting average, 3 RBIs on the year, playing first base and hitting on the left-hand side. This is outside for ball 1. First pitch non-strike. Bases loaded for Wasatch. Springville playing with fielders in front of the base runners. That one's a nice drive right up the middle. That'll get through. 1 run will come in. Good jump from Royal, and that'll bring in 2. And Wasatch takes the 3-0 lead on the 2 RBI single from Tatton.
Yeah, he's starting to find it, Tyler. One of his at-bats on Friday, he just nuked a ball to the base of the fence in left center. Scored a couple runs. That one, another good swing right on that one. And more importantly, getting knocks with runners in scoring position.
So runners on first and second, still nobody out, 3-0 the lead, and it'll be Max Livingston, 362 on the season. 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and 14 RBIs for the senior. Torres, a 1-look delivery, swung on and missed by Livingston.
Max, the only player in the lineup without a hit on Friday, Tyler. Did have 2 RBIs in the game, though. So still found a way to get it done.
Fowler at second, Tatton at first. Torres continuing to work out of the stretch with runners on first and second. This one's going to be off the hands, right back to the pitcher. He'll field it cleanly, throw it to first, and Wasatch has 1 retired. Both runners will advance to second and third.
Yeah, that's what you call a productive out, isn't it? It wasn't a called sacrifice bunt, but it worked just like that. Nobody out, advanced runners to second and third, and Now you got a chance with a couple guys coming up to get a single to score 2 runs and break this thing wide open early on in the first.
Springville bring in the infield again. Not going to matter. That one's going to go off the leg of Baxter. So a second hit by pitch in the inning, and that'll reload the bases and bring up Otis Sweat. 340 on the season, 2 doubles, a home run, 20 RBIs. Leads the team in that category, including a home run on Friday.
Yeah, that bomb was so awesome, Tyler. Really good job getting the hands through it. Hit a moon shot over the left field fence.
First pitch is going to be swung on and fouled out back behind us for strike 1. It's 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Wasatch retired to the side in order in the top half of the first and now take the lead 3-0. You're listening to Wasatch High School Baseball on 92.9 The Peak. Busy week of broadcasts for us. 5 broadcasts in total, starting today, going through Friday. 0-1, misses outside for ball 1. Mentioned the gauntlet the Wasatch is going through. Maple Mountain currently number 1 in the RPI standings. This pitch is going to be off speed, fouled, and that wind's going to push it out of play. Nearly got Kinsey Nayufi's kids down here, Tyler.
But you
good
know
job,
what?
a couple of parents that were there.
I was
to protect
watching
him.
Joel Matthews.
Yeah, he
was
was
tracking
locked in.
that all the way, Tyler. He was going to go make sure that didn't get anyone.
1-2 the count now after the second foul ball from Sweat. Wind up and delivery from Torres, and goes inside and high for ball 2. Maple Mountain 1, Spanish 2, Pleasant Grove 3. Olympus, losing a couple of games, has dropped to 7. Ty Cypress has moved up to number 4. Payson at number 5. Fremont, a new team in the top 10, moves up to number 6. Salem and Wasatch at 9 and 10.
Yeah, and a few
predictable
things there with Salem, right? Salem, Pleasant Grove this week. And Tyler, so you're watching how those games actually unfold, because Salem has had some scores that make you think, oh boy, what do they got down there? But they got skunked 10-0 against Pleasant Grove earlier this week. And Pleasant Grove's found it. They're really rolling right now. But the Payson score against Timpview was also an intriguing one, Tyler. Payson got the win, but it was a 9-7 win over Timpview. And we know that they're more competitive this year than they have been in years past, but that's a little closer than I'd expect from a team that's kind of flirting with the top 5 against Timpview.
2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Torres. And that'll bring us up to the number 9 hitter, Eddie Bluth. 269 batting average, 4 doubles on the season, 5 RBIs. He'll step in on the left-handed batter's box with 2 outs. And the base is loaded.
That just box score looking with that Timpview Payson game, Tyler. I want to come back to that a little bit more. Timpview went after that. They went to get that win. They threw both Engelman and Cannon in that game. Timpview ended up taking a 5-0 lead early on in that game. They were up 6-2 heading into the third. Payson started clawing back in, and Timpview tried to hold it by bringing in their ace to shut it down. They couldn't get it done. So I guess, tip your cap to Payson, clawing back when they were down against a team that was going with their 2 really good pitchers against them.
It's a 1-1 count here to Bluth. Torres still in the windup, delivers the 1-1. That pitch is going to be and it's going to nail Baxter. It was a good barrel from Bluth that would have scored at least 2. Instead, Baxter can't avoid it, and that'll do it. Wasatch does score 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 are left on base. 3-0 as we go into the second.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the second, brought to you by Robar's Collision and Repair. Customer satisfaction rating at 98.7%, one of the highest in the industry. First pitch is going to be swung on and hit between the 3-4 hole for the first hit of the day and first base runner of the day for Springville as we lead off here in the top of the second. You mentioned, Ty, aggressive. All 4 hitters for Springville swinging to the first pitch. He's going to bring up third baseman, junior Ryder Lineman, a .262 batting average. Does have 1 home run on the season and 11 RBIs. He'll take ball 1.
Yeah, Springville struggled to string together innings with multiple hits over the region play, Tyler. 0 for 7 in region play for Springville. Going into the game on Friday, they were averaging less than 3 hits per game. They did get 7 against Wasatch on Friday, which was easily their high mark in region. The mark before that was actually 4 that they got against Payson. And they got 4 against Pleasant Grove, Ty. But as far as hits go, it's been a struggle for Springville to string together a lot of hits in a row.
3-0 the count, though, here to Lyman. Bluth working out of the stretch for the first time today. The 3-0 pitch takes a little off that one. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count.
And this is kind of eerily similar to how they produced on Friday. Hopefully Eddie can work his way back, but you get a guy on, then you maybe have a walk. They try to bunt. There's an error, and they didn't earn a lot of hits. They got free passes.
The 3-1 pitch is low and outside, so second base runner back-to-back will be a walk. And that'll bring us Rhett Bailey, senior first baseman, 200 batting average on the season with 5 RBIs. Still looking for his first extra base hit on the year. Wasatch moved to double play depth. Royal playing even with the bag at third. And Tatton playing in front of the base runner at first base. Springville squares. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Both corners are coming hard with Salmon and Fowler covering first and third. 1 ball, no strikes. Another look down at third base coach, and back into the box goes Bailey.
They slashed with Bailey a couple times before.
Swing and a miss, strike 1 there. Actually fouled it off, so 1-1 to count with still nobody out.
This might be a piece of what I might say overcoaching here, Tyler. I think you've got a chance to sacrifice over, but they saw Wasatch crashing hard, so they took it off, and now he's down.
Goes back to the bunt. It's a good one down the first base side. Tatton will let it go foul. Good heads-up play there from the sophomore, and it's a 1-2 count now.
That's a really good play from Trevin there, Tyler. And that's kind of what I was talking about is that swing on that first strike. Tyler, you'd like your guy to have a couple good opportunities to get a sacrifice bunt down. You're only down 3-0. You get a couple guys over, get a knock, and you keep this thing tight here. But now they've made it harder on Bailey, who's not been a consistent hitter for them this year, below 300.
1-2 pitch goes back to the off speed. This is a lazy fly ball. Tough play for Royal in foul territory and made the play. What a play from Royal Matthews.
Trevin Tatton, Tyler.
Or sorry, Trevin Tatton.
Yeah.
Sorry, first baseman. I'm used to Royal calling over there, but Trevin Tatton with a heck of a play and give that a Cubbies Cafe Play of the Game nominee.
Wow, what a play, Tyler. He had one kind of like that on Friday too, but not that dramatic, where he was going back over his shoulder, caught one on the move. That one he had to go full speed with the fence bearing down. That was a fantastic play.
Man, felt bad I called Royal on that one. Ty just used to Royal being over there at first, and what a play from Tatton. It'll bring up now Bridger Frischneck, senior center fielder, 327 batting average on the season. 6 RBIs and a double. 1 out with runners on first and second.
Free swinger, likes to get a fastball early. Pull side hitter for the most part on Friday.
Misses low. One the count after fouling off the first pitch. One ball, one strike. Bluth comes set, delivers, and that one's above the belt for ball 2. Another quick update on the Wasatch sports side of things. Ty, girls lacrosse currently sitting at 7-6 on the season. Now pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off as well. 2-2 now the count. 7-6 on the season are the Lady Wasp lacrosse team. 17 in the RPI standings. Couple of standouts, Ty, on the season. How about junior Maggie Edmonston? 50 goals on the year already, Ty, for the junior. She leads the team, of course, in that category. And then a couple of goal scorers as well. Anderson, a sophomore with 24. Baker, 23. And Whittison, only a freshman, Ty, Addie freshman, 23. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's going to be strikeout number 2 on the day for Eddie Bluth.
Did I hear you right, though? 50 goals in
44 goals. Sorry, in 13
44
games.
goals in 13 games. That's amazing there, Ty. 2 down after that strikeout. Torres and Lyman, your runners on second and first. And Reed stepping up to the plate here for Springville, Ty. Reed, one of these guys at the bottom of the lineup that just found a way to get on Friday. They had a lot of guys, 6, 7, 8, 9, that found their way on base. Swing and a miss, though. They put him at a 1-1 count over here, Ty. Reed only hitting 194 on the year, 7 hits total, no extra base hits for the 8-hitter for Springville. Another good pitch there off speed from Bluth, getting Reed to swing over the top of it. 1-2 now the count. 2 away, see if Wasatch can work out of this jam. Springville got the first couple guys on. Bluth has done a good job to minimize. There's a ground ball to second. Salmon all over it, tosses over to Fowler, who gets the put out at second base for the 4-6 fielder's choice. And that'll end the threat here in the top of the second inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second, Wasatch leading 3-0.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Hey, it's Nicole from Mountain Refined. I wanted to take a moment and invite you to visit our showroom. We are locally owned and operated with the largest selection in Wasatch County. In our showroom, you will find everything from bedding, home decor, gifts, jewelry, beautiful furnishings, and even flooring. We even have a large selection of protein powder. It won't take you long to find out what everyone's talking about. We can't wait to meet you. See you soon. We're located at 480 North Main Street in Heber City.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the second inning here at Wasatch High School. Wasatch and Springville baseball in action today. Wasatch leading 3-0 in the second inning, brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law, and they take pride in saying, yeah, we do that at the Gordon Law Group. Back to the top of the lineup for the second. Salmon's going to swing over the top of that pitch. Torres coming into the season, one of the better pitchers here for Springville, 3.78 ERA, but only 1 win, 3 losses, as he's struggled to get run support on the year. Wasatch in that first inning looked like they were all over Torres. Already had 3 hits on the board and certainly could have had more. An unfortunate last out with a line drive that hit Crew Baxter, who was the base runner over on first base, and that was the final out and ended a threat with the bases loaded. 0-2 the count. Breaking pitch is in there, and that's going to be a called strike 3, and Salmon will go down looking a little bit high on the breaker, but looked good enough. And the umpire agreed. That'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring Austin Brown up to the plate. Brown 1 for 1 on the day. Had an RBI single in the first inning. And he's going to swing at the first pitch, and he'll have a fly ball. Shallow right field. Actually, the first baseman is going to grab that one just outside the dirt. And very quickly, 2 are retired here in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, it looked like Brown was looking for a different pitch than what he got, and then ended up not being able to hold back. Pops out and a quick 2 outs.
I mentioned it, Ty, and we're being greedy and picky because Austin is such a good hitter, but that's more of what we saw on Friday. Just a lot of balls that struggle to get out of the infield. Just some high, lazy fly balls or some soft ground balls. It doesn't look like he's totally comfortable with his timing over the last few days.
Royal will take strike 1. First time up, walked and scored. 0-1, misses outside. 1-1 now the count.
Ty Royal has been so steady all year. I mentioned the 4 hits on Friday from Matthews. He came into that game leading the team.
He gets a hold of this one. The lefty's going to swing, and it's going over to the right field. Goes off the wall. That thing's out of here without the wind, but he's going to be in with a sliding double and extends the inning with the 2-out double.
That ball was crushed, Tyler. As you mentioned, off the wall. And that's one of those that's unfair that thing didn't leave the yard, Tyler, because those 6 home runs we had last Tuesday, only 1 deserved to be a home run. That one had every right to be a home run, but the wind and the spin just kind of knocked that thing down. It didn't get the carry. It needed to leave the yard. He got all of that, hit that extremely well.
It's going to bring up Braxton Faller, now hit by pitch in his first at bat. Mentioned that he's hitting .571 in region play. 2 outs here. Wasatch trying to get a run across with 2 outs. First pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Torres did a good job of landing the off-speed for a strike. He's kind of gone backwards, off-speed, and then goes with the fastball.
26 hits now on the season for Royal Matthews, Tyler.
And those hits brought to you by Stone Insurance. You work hard for your money. Your insurance company should work hard for you. Give Lon Stone and his team a call and start saving today. Pitches above the belt for ball 1. 1-1 now the count.
Start adding that up, Tyler. When you look at it, he's reached base 11 times by walk. Oh, pardon me. Looking at that, 3 hit by pitches is what I'm seeing there, Tyler. And then that was 11 strikeouts, so pardon me on the look there. Now I feel like I got to get the right number over here for you. 9 walks for Royal on the season, but he's up there pushing nearly 40 times on base between hits and free passes.
Another nice off-speed pitch, kind of buckled Fowler a little bit, but it's inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Again, Royal on the pond at second base. Takes a pretty good lead, bounces back, takes his secondary. That one misses low and outside. 3-1 now the count. Tatton on deck, had a 2 RBI single back in the first inning. Again, Wasatch leading 3-0. Torres takes a peek, delivers the 3-1, and nice pitch on the 3-1, gets the outside corner, fills up the count at 3-2. The payoff pitch, off-speed pitch, again is going to be hammered foul towards the Springville dugout. Now we'll keep the count at 3-2.
Yeah, that one fooled Braxton, Tyler, with the body. The body had started early, but the eyes recognized it, and so Braxton just kind of let his hands drag behind, way ahead, and so he flung that thing towards the dugout, as you said, but it looked like he was anticipating fastball on that.
Keeps the count full. A couple of shakes from Torres. Now will come set. Fowler calls time. And ready to get back after it. Bottom of the second, brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that. Matthew goes on the 3-2. Another foul ball from Fowler. And he'll have to go back to the bag. A little conditioning here from Royal. hockey playoffs in full swing, Ty. Watched the entirety of the Mammoth Knights game.
You did.
It looked like the Mammoth were a little bit of the little brother to the Knights there towards the second and third
it
period.
It looked
Ty.
like watching the Mighty Ducks and the Bash Brothers putting them in the stands, didn't it?
Pickoff move. Royal gets back to the bag. Nobody standing there. Wasn't a throw, but got Royal off balance. He stands up with a smile.
Yeah, I got game 2 tonight, Ty. We'll see how the Mammoth respond. They had a chance to win it, Ty. They let it go in the third period.
The 3-2 fastball. Fowler does a good job of fouling it off. Good battle here from the junior Fowler. Matthews, an okay lead over at second base. Torres will come set. Second baseman trying to keep him close. Another payoff pitch, and that one misses inside. Good at bat there from Fowler. He earns a trip to first on the walk. Mentioned the .434 batting average from Fowler. On base percentage for Fowler sitting at, as I take a look at the stats, .484 on the season. I'll bring up Trevin Tatton. Ty had 2 RBIs in his first at bat. Now has 5 RBIs on the season. Wasn't in the lineup for the majority of the first half of the season, but has come in and done well in region play. 2 looks, the delivery. He's going to swing at the first one. This is going to be shallow left field. This is going to be a tough play for Springville. Not going to be able to come up with it. Yes, shortstop makes the play for the third out of the inning, and Wasatch is retired. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 are left on base. 3-0 as we go into the third.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. With over 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dumping equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and repairs, we've got you covered. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber City, Utah.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the third, brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. You'll always find the best deals and expert service with your local Napa Auto Parts store. Stop by today. First pitch is going to be swung on. This is the number 9 hitter, Ben Wagner. It's going to be a ground ball to Royal. Royal throws it across the diamond. Nice pick from Stratton at first base. And Wasatch has the first out of the inning. Early nominee for our defensive player of the game is Tatton over at first base. A heck of a play in foul territory in the last inning. And a nice pick there to lead off here in the top of the third. Brings us to the top of the order to Hugh Red.
Yeah, Ty, he was the defense player of the game on Friday as well. In fact, out of the first 4 outs, he made all of them over there, Tyler. A lot of unassisted outs as well. Fly balls, ground balls. He was in the mix with everything. He's played very well defensively.
First pitch strike here to the leadoff guy. Now a swing and a miss. Struck out Red to get the game started. Shortstop's hitting .350 on the season.
He's a really nice player, Tyler. We've seen him a couple years here for Springville. And that play he just made at shortstop is up there with the best ones you'll see, Ty. A lot of range, wind blowing it away from him. And he's catching that over his opposite shoulder. It was just a fantastic play.
Nice spot there from Bluth. Doesn't get Red to chase, though, so a 1-2 count. Tyson Dahl starting to get loose in the bullpen. The 1-2 just above the belt for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch goes back to the off speed. Pretty good barrel, and he's going to get Armendariz. This one's going to be a 1-harper off the wall. A double for Red. That's the second hit of the day, and for the second straight inning, Springville has a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that was no doubter, Tyler. That one's getting to the wall the whole way and just blasted that ball. Seen some pretty strong exit velocity between both these teams early on. Ty, I saw you mentioned the Mammoth hockey playoffs the other day in that Sunday game. Goalie got hit right in the chest, blocking a slap shot from about 30 feet away that was 82 miles an hour. So, I mean, would you rather get hit like Crew did over at first base by a line drive laser from Eddie Bluth, or the slap shot to the puck in the chest over here?
Don't you have padding if you're on hockey? I mean,
I would imagine you have padding with hockey. I don't know the way those guys bleed, Tyler. Do they have padding over there?
Again, I don't know hockey.
Do you think,
much.
like, if we put you out here in hockey gear, the goalie gear, we could just line up a pitching machine and shoot stuff 82 miles an hour at you from 30 feet away?
Happy doesn't even need hockey uniform, Ty. I mean, he just takes it. 1-1 to count here to Kyler Hughes, who flew out to right field in his first at bat. Again, I'm new to the hockey scene, but they need like a fight clock. You know how in baseball they speed up the game with the pitch clock? Like, does it have to be like a fight every single time the whistle's blown?
There was a lot more in the first round, it seemed like, at least.
That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-2 the count with one away. Fun to watch, though. I don't know if you watched the Ottawa Canes game last night, Ty. Double overtime win in that one.
Oh, I didn't see that one. There's been some good ones, though.
Nice off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. Third Gravity Coalition strikeout of the day for Eddie Bluth. Gravity Coalition offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Visit them at their store in Midway or at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. Brings up the number 3 hitter, senior catcher Preston Hansen, .396 on the season. Grounded out to the shortstop in his last time up, and he'll take ball 1.
Ty, there's something. I want to credit Eddie here because he's just steady Eddie, right? I mean, that's what they call him over here. That's easy to forget. He does such a good job of throwing strikes, doesn't he? Like, the pace of this game has been really good. 46 pitches, 28 of those have been strikes. Now make it 29 as he throws another one across there, Tyler. 2 hits, only 1 walk. And he has good defense behind him, Tyler, because he keeps the team engaged and involved. He just throws a lot of strikes. The ball could be put in play at any point, and your defense plays more steady behind you.
Runner goes, and he's going to get hit, Ty. So both, and he got hit in might have gotten hit in the goods, Ty.
I think it got him up in the chest area. Maybe, Ty, I don't know. My eyes are really bad over here. But
I don't see it very often, and you see it less often with 2, as Wasatch had a guy get hit on the base pass, and now Springville, Ty, that's going to score a run. Unfortunate break there, and he is still down. We'll go ahead and take a break. No runs come in on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 is left on base. 3-0 as we go into the bottom of the 3rd.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Teens report that parents are the #1 influence in their children's lives about decisions to not use alcohol, marijuana, or vape.
Take a few minutes every day to talk to us about things we like to do. Ask about our hopes and dreams, concerns, and fears. This is a time when we need our parents' help the most.
If we feel close to you, we are much more likely to listen. We need you to remind us to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch High School Thrive Club.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the 3rd, brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health, a comprehensive community mental health center offering a wide array of programs and services for all individuals in Wasatch County. It'll be Livingston Baxter Sweat here in the bottom half of the third. Livingston's going to swing at the first pitch. It's an off-speed pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Nice play from the third baseman. Had to sit back and get the long hop and fires it across the diamond for out number 1.
Yeah, Ty, I'm reminded in baseball watching that play that one of the more entertaining things to watch is a third baseman who has confidence in his throw over to first base, right? That one, awkward hop, as you said, he had to plant and really fired over there. Didn't overthink it and just threw a seed over to the first baseman, Tyler, to get the put out. Looked nice.
Brings up Baxter, hit by pitch in his first at bat. He's hitting .300 on the season, 11 RBIs. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Sweat on deck, and then Eddie Bluth in the hole. Second pitch is also swung on and fouled off. 0-2 now the count. Broadcast schedule mentioned that busy week. We have lacrosse Wednesday down at Payson, and then we go Salem Hills baseball on Friday, and then another lacrosse broadcast Friday night. Speaking of lacrosse, boys lacrosse, number 8 right now in the RPI standings, 9-2 on the season, actually jumped ahead of Judge Memorial. Setting up a pretty fun week with Timpview and Pleasant Grove coming up, tie in region play. Off-speed pitch is going to be swung on and elevated high to left center field, but that wind's going to push it into left, and left fielder will make the play for out number 2.
Yeah, the lacrosse team, Tyler, has been a lot of fun to watch this year. They faced 2 really high-caliber opponents in Brighton and Alta, lost both of those, Tyler. But that Alta game was there for the taking for Wasatch. But it's been amazing to me how far they've dropped down in the standings after falling to Alta. Because, you know, you mentioned they're 8 right now. They actually have jumped up to number 7 after their win last week. But, Tyler, they just keep yo-yoing with other teams. It's hard for them to make up ground over here right now.
Couple of shout-outs. Isaac Roylance, 49 points, 29 goals, 20 assists. Sam King, 20 goals. Ty Griffith, 18 goals. Randy Horner, 15. And Grady Coombs with 10 goals now on the season. So 5 different scorers with double-digit goals on the year. 0-2 the count here to Sweat, who struck out in his first at-bat. The 0-2. And that one misses outside. Pretty decent fastball from Torres, Ty, and he's been landing the off-speed pitch for a strike. And after settling down in that first inning, he's really looked good the last 2.
He has what you call a jumping fastball, right? I mean, it really jumps on you, Tyler.
It goes back to the off-speed and freezes Sweat. That's his 3rd strikeout, 2nd of the day for Sweat. And Wasatch goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still 3-0 going into the 4th.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the 4th, 3-0 Wasatch leads, brought to you by Mountain West Trailers. They know you value strength and reliability. Trailers that are built to last. Visit them at mountainwesttrailer.com. Bluth still on the mound. He'll be facing off against 4-5-6. Springville this close to breaking that goose egg off the scoreboard, but an unfortunate hit off a base runner on a pretty good barrel through the 5-6 hole. Keeps the score at 0-0. Nice first pitch strike here to Torres, who singled to right field in his last at bat through the 3-4 hole. Wind up delivery. Misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Again, hitting .400 on the season, including 6 doubles and a home run. Also leads the team at 16 RBIs. And looking good on the mound as well. It's a senior for Torres. That one's fouled off. 1-2 now the count. Takes a little bit off that one. It's elevated to left field. Miguel on top of it. Makes the play for out number 1.
That was a good swing, Tyler. That wind's taken away some opportunities. That ball was heading towards the left center gap, but the wind's picked up a little bit, blowing from right to left, and knocked that right back to where Armendariz was playing. And he had a good read on it, Tyler. Good jump. Made that look really easy.
Ryder Lyman, the junior third baseman. Only 2 underclassmen in this lineup for Springville. He'll swing at the first pitch, and this is going to be elevated over the first base side, foul. Tatton can't get to that one, and that'll be strike 1. Ryder Lyman, the lone junior, and then the number 9 hitter, Van Wagner, sophomore. Everybody else, seniors.
Well, Tatton's human, I guess, Tyler. We've seen the limit. Couldn't get all the way over to that one. He's tracked down just about everything else that's been in the air over there to him over the last few weeks.
0-1 the count. Bluth back into the windup, delivers. That one high for ball 1. Drag bunt, pretty good one. Blue's going to come off the bag. No, it's going to be Matthews and not going to be in time. Nice job there from Lyman. That's going to be the 3rd hit of the day for the Red Devils, and it comes by way of drag.
Yeah, he did that on Friday, Ty. These guys at the bottom of the lineup like to bunt 4 hits. Always got to keep your head ready if you're Royal or Eddie, and Otis for that matter, to jump up on these bunts.
It's going to bring up Rhett Bailey, senior first baseman. Popped out to the first baseman on that heck of a play from Tatton back in the 2nd inning. Comes up with a runner on first. Base runners the last 3 innings now for Springville. Strike 1 from Bluth right down the pipe.
Kind of a feisty Springville team here, Tyler. I'd expect them, they're 0-7 in region play, 5-12 now on the season coming into this one, and you get kind of blitzed early on.
Oh, double play ball right back to Bluth, but he's going to throw it into center field. Was going to be a tailor-made double play ball. Instead, turned and fired to the second baseman instead of to the bag. Everybody safe on the air. Runners on the corners with 1 out.
Yeah, and just to finish that thought, Tyler, it felt like a game that Springville easily could have just went away, right? Like they're losing a ton. They don't have a lot of opportunities to get wins in region play, and then Wasatch jumps on them early, bats through the lineup in the bottom of the 1st inning. But since then, Springville's really steadied out. Torres has looked good on the mound. Seems like he's figured something else against Wasatch, and keep finding base runners.
Another base knock, this one from Bridger Frischneck, and that's going to bring in the first run of the game for the Red Devils. 4th hit of the day now for Springville, and now runners on first and second, 1 run in here in the top of the 4th, 3-1 the score.
Well, Ty, it's not that he's not capable, Frischneck, of hitting it to the right side of the field, because he is. I've seen him hit a couple balls over there, but he is extremely predictable. That's like 5 out of his last 6 at-bats. He's hitting balls to that third base shortstop area, usually on the ground. Wasatch just needs to be a little bit more ready for those ones over there, maybe play a little bit of a shift in that area.
First and second, this runner's going to square. Salmon does a good job of covering first. Bluth makes the play, 2 away, but now runners on second and third represent the tying run at second. It's going to bring up Ashton Van Wagner, again the sophomore right fielder. Grounded out to the third baseman in his first at bat.
This was an interesting move, Tyler, to bunt and get Van Wagner up here, Tyler, because when you look at Van Wagner's batting numbers, they don't jump off the page at you over there, Ty.
1 for 17 on the season.
Yeah, he's got 1 hit, batting .067. But I guess the coach is playing a hunch over here.
Ball nearly gets away from Bluth, Tyler, nearly high. Salmon and Fowler were both backing up, so no harm done. 0-1 the count after a called first pitch strike. This one swung on, and it's going to get the job done. It gets over the first baseman, only a 2nd hit of the day, but it's going to tie up the ball game at 3-3 on the 2-out, 2 RBI single from the sophomore.
So funny how often that happens. You mentioned this guy's not the ideal guy to be bunting over and letting him swing, and then just sometimes those gut feelings work out for you as a coach, Tyler. Nice call to do the sacrifice with the 8-hitter, and the 9-hitter comes through for you.
Brings us back up to the top of the order where Red doubled off the left field wall in his last at bat. Springville trying to keep things rolling after tying this thing up at 3-3 here in the top of the fourth. Pitch is in there for strike one. Runner goes on the 0-1. That pitch is also in there for a strike. That pitch, throw down to second, is not close, and runner is going to be able to advance to third. Brown's throw not in time, and the runner stays on the bag. So runner on third, an 0-2 count on the stolen base and throwing error. A little bit of a sloppy inning here for Wasatch. 2 errors now on the inning. 3 hits they've given up and 3 runs in for the Red Devils. Trying to take the lead. The wind-up pitch. That one bounces in front of the plate for ball one. 1-2 now the count. 1-2. This one's going to be elevated to right field as well. It's going to push Livingston back now forward, swirling on him, and he'll make the play on the foul line for out number 3. But we got ourselves a tie ball game. 3 runs come in on 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 runner's left on base. 3-3 going in the bottom of the fourth.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for mouth-watering, all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the fourth brought to you by UCCU. Love where you bank. 9-1-2 up for Wasatch, but now a tie ball game 3-3. Wasatch scoring 3 in the first, giving up 3 in the fourth. It'll be Bluth, Salmon, Brown to try to give Wasatch back the lead. Ball 1, strike 1 to Bluth, who had a pretty neat and decent barrel through the 3-4 hole, but went off of Crew Baxter, who was running from first to second. That was the final out of the inning. That came with the bases loaded. Wasatch would have scored 2 on it. This is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, and he's going to let it go through his legs. And Wasatch has the first base runner on the air by the second baseman.
Well, I'm glad for Eddie because he deserved to get on base in that first at bat, right? That one, not so much, but the game knows and it rewards him. He's back on the bag, and we're in business now.
Easton Colby will come in to speed up run for Bluth and brings back up to the top of the order. Salmon, who reached on an error in his first at bat, struck out looking in his second.
Okay, circle back around, Ty, and put a plug in. You talked about our sponsor this inning, UCCU. Love where you bank. It's every loan I've gone to apply for over the last several years, Tyler. No one beats UCCU on their finances as far as interest rates. Like that's something that I love as far as my experience with UCCU. If you're looking for a loan, you got to go check them out, Tyler. They beat most banks that I've shopped around with, and they take really good care of you.
Pickoff move, not in time. Plenty of time there for Easton. That pitch is inside for ball 1 to Salmon. Boys soccer in action tonight, Ty, at home at Wright Tree Stadium. Currently sitting at number 12 in the RPI standings, 7-4 on the season. Your leading goal scorer this year, Caleb Balch, the basketball standout junior, has 6 goals in the first 9 games and 3 assists as well. The 1-0 pitch is going to be a high hopper to the third baseman. He's going to try to go to second, and he is out at second base. They're going to call it out in the transition. The ball came out, but they're going to call it out on the transition. So fielder's choice ground out. We'll put 1 out on the board. It's going to bring up Austin Brown, who singled and had an RBI in his first at-bat. Popped out to the first baseman in his second. Hitting over 400 in region play, 375 on the season. 11 extra base hits, including 5 home runs on the year. Pickoff move not in time for the Salmon. Dahl still getting loose in the bullpen for Wasatch. Brown steps in the left-hand side. Torres comes set. And delivers, and that pitch is in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Torres comes set. Delivers. Salmon goes. Brown's going to swing at this one. It's going to be elevated to deep center field. It's going to go off the base of the wall. Salmon had to hold up just to make sure, but he's going to be able to score from first. 2 RBIs on the day and the 6th double and 12th extra base hit on the year for Austin Brown.
Well, no doubt about that one leaving the infield, Tyler. Talked about how the last few at-bats he's been a little bit off balance with his timing. That one was not off balance. He clobbered that thing straight into the wind. Really thought that had a chance to leave the yard as well, Ty. But the wind's obviously a little bit stronger up there in the jet stream, Tyler. These balls that are getting up are dying much more than we've seen last week when the teams were playing out here.
It's going to rip Royal Matthews. He doubled off the right field wall in his last at-bat. Also walked and scored 1 for 1, but has reached base twice. He'll take ball 1. So after Springville scores 3, Wasatch retakes the lead on the RBI double from Brown.
Ty, the top of this lineup, Wasatch 1 through 4 specifically on Friday, had 10 hits out of 17 at-bats. And they're kind of picking up where they left off now. Austin, 2 out of 3. Royal, 1 for 1 on the day officially over here. And already starting to produce a little more.
2-0 count here with the first base open. Brown, pretty good lead at second base. Gradually creeping further and further away from the bag. Torres will come set. And will deliver the 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Matthews. Matthews again hitting on the left-hand side with the right-handed pitcher on the mound, switch hitter. 2-look delivery here from Torres. Goes back to the off-speed. Matthews tracked that one. It's going to be a good barrel, but right at the center fielder who makes a nice play. Ball kind of died on him, but that'll be out number 2 on the line out to the center fielder. Brings up Braxton Fowler, who also has reached base twice. Hit by pitch in his first at-bat and then walked in his second. Really good at bat in that second one. Fouled off a couple of pitches with 2 strikes, then ultimately earned the walk. Comes up with a runner in scoring position. Has 19 RBIs on the season, only second behind Sweat with 20. Brown gradually creeping. Good look there, and that pitch just fouled down the third base side from Fowler for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Shortstop playing directly behind Brown. Big 5-6 hole on that left-handed side. Pitch is behind Fowler for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Interesting choice here from Springville to have the shortstop keep Brown close at second base.
Yeah, it is, especially after that foul ball to start the at-bat, Ty. Leaving that whole left side wide open.
The 1-1 goes with the off speed, misses inside for ball 2.
And you can see there, maybe it's because they're going to call a lot of breaking pitches and off-speed pitches and expect Braxton to be up the middle the other way, but you got to hit your spot for that to work. Torres missing inside, just compounding the defensive issues that they have right now.
The 2-1 goes back to the fastball right at the shortstop where he was playing to keep Brown close. He'll throw it across the diamond in time for out number 3. But Wasatch does score 1 on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and 1 runner's left on base. Wasatch retakes the lead 4-3 as we move into the 5th.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
5th inning brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Own what matters at Guild Mortgage. 2-3-4 up for Springville. Trailing 4-3. Wasatch able to score 1 in the bottom of the 4th to retake the lead at 4-3. Hughes 0 for 2 today. Flew out to right field and had a strikeout. And it's a 1-1 count. Bluth still out there. Dahl looks like he's ready to go if need. And Bluth has given up 5 hits. There's been 2 errors. This one's going to be fouled off the end of the bat for strike 2. Moving along with updating our Wasatch High School sports. Taking a look at the softball standings. Wasatch currently coming in at number 14. And that one's going to get too far inside. And Kyler Hughes will earn a trip to first base. Only the 2nd freebie of the day. They had a walk back in the 2nd and now a hit by pitch here in the 5th. Brings the number 3 hitter, Preston Hansen, ground out the shortstop and then had a barrel that went off of the base runner in his 2nd at bat. But softball currently number 14 in the RPI, 9-12 on the season. Take a look at some of the standout players. First off, hitting over 500 on the season, Sydney McPhee. 516 on her 73 plate appearances, 14 RBIs, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 home runs. So sitting at 12 extra base hits along with Austin Brown. A little bit of a race there, Ty. Another bomb. She ties up Austin. Has one more triple, though.
Yeah, Litchfield gets the wind more favorable here for Wasatch, right? Tell you, I think softball has a little advantage over there, Ty. Wind's usually blowing out. But from what I hear, one of the bigger softball fields in our region as well.
Both sophomores. 2-0 the count here to Hansen. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Now pitch is swung on and elevated to right center field. Brown trying to run it down. What a play from Austin Brown. He's got a chance to double him up at first. The throw to first base is in time. What a play by the sophomore Brown. Makes a play over the shoulder, puts his foot in the ground, and doubles up the runner at first base. And we thought Taggins was good. Wasatch putting on a little defensive clinic today by the sophomores.
Oh, that was so good, Tyler. That ball was running away from him. The lefty having to reach over his shoulder, make the backhanded grab, and then to have the body control and the arm strength to throw that laser back, Ty. What a play. Got to be the play of the day so far.
That pitch is off the plate for ball 1. It's Kaysen Torres trying to help himself out on the mound. 1 for 2 today with a single to right field and flew out to left field. He comes in hitting over 400 on the season. That pitch bounces off the plate. 2-0 now the count.
Poor Hansen, the last hitter there for Springville, has just got to be thinking, what do I have to do to get an extra base hit this year, Tyler? He's only got 1 on the season. That one had all the makings of extra bases right off the bat, but Brown robbed it from him.
not necessarily bad base running time by the runner at first. I mean, that ball's deep in the gap. You think you have time to get back to first. But Brown threw a BB all the way to first base without the cutoff. Great play for all around. It's a 3-1 count here to Torres. Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off to fill up the count of 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch is swung on and roped to left field again. Miguel starts back, comes forward, can't come up with it. It's going to go off of the glove. That's going to be error number 3 on the day for Wasatch. And Springville extends the inning with 2 outs.
Yeah, and that's a rarity. Miguel has been so steady all year out there in the outfield. See if he can put that one away and forget about it and go get the next one.
Going to have a speed-up runner that'll come in for Torres, the pitcher, and will bring up Ryder Lyman. Has one of the 5 hits on the day for Springville, a drag bunt, and he ended up scoring the first run of the game. Comes up once again with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Wasatch leading 4-3, but the tying runner now on first. Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled. Going to get a soccer player over there probably.
Just jumped over the bench, Tyler of Salem Hills.
1 strike.
You know, that reminds me, Ty, having a flashback. The varsity soccer field is just east, or used to be just east of the baseball field over here. And he used to drive those soccer players nuts, Tyler, during the varsity soccer games when ball after ball would just come flying into their territory. I guess one of the advantages of moving those soccer games to the football field now.
0-2 count is missed for 1-2. The throw down to second, not in time. As the speed-up runner swipes second base, second stolen base of the day for Springville. So 1-2 the count, 2 outs, and a runner in scoring position now for Springville, who's been able to take advantage of these opportunities going back to last inning. The 1-2, this is high for ball 2. Deuces on the scoreboard, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bluth comes set. The pitch doesn't get him to chase, and a little bit below the knees for ball 3. Field keeps the count at 3-2. The 3-2, another payoff pitch, and he throws him. Strike 3, 4 strikeouts on the day now for Eddie Bluth. Brought to you by Gravity Coalition. Visit them at gravitycoalition.com. No runs come in on no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner's left on base. We'll keep it here for the 5th inning stretch, and Ty, throw it over to you for our Guild Mortgage game summary.
Well, Ty, Wasatch leading 4-3, 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors on the day for Wasatch. And looks pretty similar to Springville, 3 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors. In scoring position, but it's been very close. Each team with 5 hits, each team with 3 errors. Eddie Bluth has been good for Wasatch, 5 innings pitched, 85 pitches on the day. Bluth has scattered 5 hits, given up 3 runs, none of which have been earned in this game. Bluth does have 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 1 base on ball for Eddie. He's been great on the mound today for Wasatch. As far as at the plate, Wasatch on their 5 hits, Tyler, it's been the top of the lineup producing again. Austin Brown has 2 hits. Royal Matthews has 1 hit. Eddie Bluth has a hit that I gave because I couldn't figure it out in the scorebook there, Tyler. Eddie actually got out on that hit. It was a line drive that hit Crew Baxter. And on Game Changer, it couldn't give me that option over there, Tyler. So I just gave Eddie the hit on that one, and I thought it was well-deserving. And the only other hit on the day, Tatton, a 2 RBI single in the first inning, Tyler. And that really is proving to be the big difference in the ball game, that knock from Tatton with runners in scoring position with the bases loaded.
Game summary brought to you by Heber Appliance. When you're down to your final out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all at Heber Appliance, Furniture and Mattress. Bottom of the 5th will be brought to you once again by Physical at the Fit Stop. Give them a call at 435-654-5607. It'll be Tatton, Livingston, Baxter, 5-6-7 up for Wasatch, trying to add to their 4-3 lead. Ball one, and now that pitch is going to be fouled off, out of play for strike one. Tatton hitting on the left-handed batter's box side. You mentioned tied 2 RBI single to get things going in the first. Takes ball 2.
Called strike there on that pitch, Ty. Busy day over here at Wasatch. Have events all over the place again. You mentioned soccer that's going on over here, Tyler, right next to baseball. Softball lost a tough one last night.
Swung on and elevated to left field. That one was barreled but goes foul with the wind. And that'll be strike one.
Probably not going to get that one on the next pitch, Ty. Really good barrel on that fastball.
0-1 goes to the off speed, swings over the top of it for strike 2. 0-2 now to count.
Yeah, a predictable pitch there. After you just hit a laser beam about 330 feet, probably not going to go back to the same pitch.
The 0-2. And check swing. Did he go? Yes, they're not even going to check it. They're just going to say he went. That's strikeout number 4 on the day for Torres, and Wasatch has 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and that'll move us to Crew Baxter. Hit by pitch in his first at bat and then flew out to left field in his second. Baxter also hitting on the left-handed batter's box. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off for strike 1.
Been good starting pitching from both these sides, Tyler, in this game. Mentioned Bluth, who's gone 5 innings, given up 5 hits. But you look at Torres on the other side, Ty, he's now 4.2 innings pitched. I mean, they're almost mirroring each other. He's at 79 pitches right now. The inning's not over. Probably going to be close to that 85 pitch mark that Eddie was on. 5 hits for Torres, just like 5 hits for Bluth. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches for Torres.
0-2 count after another foul ball. Make it 3 straight foul balls to Baxter, who stays alive with that swing. Keeps count at 0-2. Otis Sweat on deck. Torres, the windup and the pitch. Goes to the off speed. It's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman fields it cleanly, throws it over to first base in time for out number 3. And Wasatch is retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Still 4-3 as we go into the 6th.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laps. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's 4th quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at HeberAppliance.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the sixth, brought to you by Stone Insurance. You work hard for your money. Your insurance company should work hard for you. With Stone Insurance, we provide the coverage you need at the rate you deserve. Stone Insurance, solid as a rock. Call Stone Insurance today and start saving. Been going through Wasatch High School sports throughout this broadcast. We're going to finish up with the boys volleyball team, who's sitting still atop those standings, 19-1 on the season, number one team in all classifications, really. J.J. Siri and Chase Billard are both with 184 kills on the season, averaging 3 1/3 kills per game.
Yeah, senior night tonight for the boys volleyball team. Tyler, 6:30. Should be a good one. Go support them over there, Ty. Really good volleyball that you'll see in the nest this evening.
New pitcher on the mound will be Tyson Dahl, 4.0 ERA on the season for Dahl. He's going to swing at the second pitch of the at-bat, and that'll be a base knock over the right fielder's head for Rhett Bailey, who's reached base now twice, reached on an error in his last at-bat, now gets the single over the second baseman's head for the 6th hit of the day for the Red Devils. Dahl, 14 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, 12 walks in those 14 innings. Comes in with a 1-1 record. Brings us to Bridger Frischneck, who had a single through the 5-6 hole and scored in his last at bat. Dahl working out of the windup, or excuse me, out of the stretch with the runner on first. 4-3 the score. Wasatch leading by 1. Frischneck's going to square. Pitch is going to be high for ball 2. And this little pause is going to be a timeout taken by the Springville coach. Pause in the action once again brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Ty, baseball player and a golfer in high school. What's the sport you wish you would have played, or that maybe exists now at the high school level that didn't when you were in high school that you would have liked to have given a try? We talk about volleyball, lacrosse, both sports. I think that there's an initiative to get hockey going in the state with the Mammoth trying to gain some popularity. 2-0 the pitch, and that one misses as well. 3-0 now the count.
That's a good question, Ty. You know, they all seem so entertaining. It's hard to separate, you know, as an old man. Those hockey skates are hard to stand on, Ty. It just seems like it'd hurt to play hockey, wouldn't it? But it seems like the most desirable one. But lacrosse looks like a ton of fun. Volleyball, I just could never jump high enough to be any good at that, Tyler. I mean, those guys, I mean, you look at like what you'll see tonight, you get like J.J. Siri, who's 6'8", Tyler, and he's playing there in the front, in the middle, can jump out of the gym. And there's a reason these guys are so good. They're tall, they're athletic, they can jump. It's a lot of fun.
3-1 after going down 3-0. Now he'll square, and that one misses again. So that'll be a walk, and Springville now has the leading runner on base, the tying run on second here in the top half of the 6th.
Well, you know, throw in a little esports. Isn't that getting going there, Tyler?
Oh, yeah.
Do a little esports there. I think I'd probably default to the hockey club that they're getting going next year, Tyler, trying to get that revved up and started.
We played our fair share of roller hockey when we were kids.
Yeah, couldn't find much ice around town, but the roller hockey would work. You got a sport that you'd go to?
Hockey. Hockey would be mine. I think I'd enjoy it. I don't know if I could have ever.
I would play the dare game for Springville. 8-9, not a lot of success. And what I mean by that is I would bring in the outfielders probably a couple more steps, Tyler. These 8-9 hitters haven't burned you at all over the course of the series. Try to cut off any opportunity, even on a ball that gets through the infield, so they can't score 2.
Also wind blowing in as well. 2-1 the count as that one misses low. Dahl continuing to work out of the stretch with runners on second and third. The 2-1 goes with the off speed and misses, and that'll move the count to 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, the wind really gusting now. Tyler blowing in. Straight from right field, going right to left.
The 3-1 swung on and fouled off. That'll fill up the count at 3-2. Wasatch still looking for their first out of the inning. And Springville trying to tie this thing up and take the lead with runners on second and third. Eddie Blue throws 5 innings, gives up 3 runs in those 5 innings. Now Tyson Dahl in relief. The payoff pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Jack Salmon will call everybody off and make the play for out number 1.
That's perfect. Just what you needed for the first out here, Ty. Now you get the 9-hitter. Do something similar, see if you can get it out, either strikeout, ground ball, fly ball in the infield. Feel a lot better getting back to the top of the lineup with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. It's a big at bat here.
1 for 2 today. And I believe that was only his second hit, Ty. Is that what we said?
Yeah, second hit on the season.
Second hit on the season.
He's now 2 for 18. Pardon, 2 for 19 on the year.
Misses, ball 1. Grounded out of the third baseman in his first at bat. And then had the single over the first baseman's head. Little bloop single back that scored 2. The 1-0 swung on and fouled back for the 1-1.
Ty, so far in region play, Springville has not led beyond in the 5th inning. Coming into this one, 0-7. They've been shut out in 5 of those games. They had the lead early against Wasatch on Friday, but Wasatch took the lead there by the 4th inning and never gave it back.
The 1-1 gets the outside corner. Nice pitch there from Dahl. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
In their game against Payson that they lost 8-7, Payson scored 7 runs in the 5th to take the lead and never gave it back after then. So Springville has not led in region play beyond the 5th inning.
The 1-2, and he rings him up on a nice pitch on the outside corner, back-to-back painting the line, and Wasatch gets a big strikeout, 2 outs now here in the top of the 6th.
Oh, that's gutsy. Nice job from Tyson. After the balk, he got resettled, Tyler, and now he's giving himself a chance to work out of the jam here without giving up any runs. Got a base open too, Ty. It doesn't have to be too fine here with red. You can work with this a little bit, maybe reverse it, go a little backwards on your pitch count selection.
Strikeout, double, and then a fly out to right for red, who will take ball 1. Tried to go backwards, Ty, not able to land the off speed. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, you just don't have to be predictable here, Tyler. You've got a base open. This is a key moment in the game. You don't want to give a predictable fastball here in this at-bat.
The 1-0. And hits that same spot, Ty. That's a tough pitch to hit, and the umpire's giving it to him. 1-1, now the count.
Yeah, live there, Ty. Live there all day if you can. A couple inches off the outer half.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Goes back to the off speed, and that's going to be a base knock through the 5-6 hole. Springville's going to try to take the lead. The throw from left field is not going to be in time, and Springville takes the lead on the 2-out, 2 RBI single from Red. It is now 5-4.
Yeah, just got too much of the middle on that one, Ty. Red had kind of crept in a little bit after that fastball on the outside got called. And he was a little susceptible there on the inside, but that one just didn't get in far enough. Too much over the middle part of the plate and able to serve it into left field to take the lead.
Springville winless in region play, 0-7, looking for their first win. Wasatch comes in an 11-7 record overall. Runner's going to go on the first pitch. The throw from Sweat got him. And Wasatch gets out of the inning, but not before the damage is done. Springville scores 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. They leave nobody on base, and Wasatch has work to do, trailing 5-4 going into the bottom of the 6th.
Hey, it's Nicole from Mountain Refined. I wanted to take a moment and invite you to visit our showroom. We are locally owned and operated with the largest selection in Wasatch County. In our showroom, you will find everything from bedding, home decor, gifts, jewelry, beautiful furnishings, and even flooring. We even have a large selection of protein powder. It won't take you long to find out what everyone's talking about. We can't wait to meet you. See you soon. We're located at 480 North Main Street in Heber City.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. With over 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dumping equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and repairs, we've got you covered. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber City, Utah.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the 6th, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Visit them at their store in Midway or at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. Torres still on the mound for Springville. He'll face off against 8-9-1 for Wasatch Sweat Blue Salmon. Wasatch trails 5-4 after giving up 2 in the top half of the 6th. After a called strike, it's going to be a high hopper to the shortstop. He's going to have to get rid of it quick. Double clutches, not going to be in time. An infield single for Sweat, and Wasatch has the leadoff guy on.
Good hustle from Otis out of the box there, Tyler. And Otis, in my opinion, was the hero on Friday. Wasatch down 5-2 heading into the 4th. Led off with a solo home run. Came back up in that inning after Wasatch broke it open. They got a single that scored another run. It was only 2 RBIs. It was his only 2 hits on the day. But it was kind of at a critical moment, and that's been Otis this season. She's been Mr. Clutch, Tyler. Been up there around the leader in RBIs all year long, and they needed him here, and he finds a way to get on base here to lead off the inning.
It'll be Jackson Camaromi who will speed up run for Sweat. He gets off the bag at first, and the throw is going to be off, and now it looks like
off
it
his
hurt.
face.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, and Jackson recognized it and is going to steal second heartlessly, but, you know, sportsman there, going to take the bag when he can. He just watched him on the ground, injured, and took off. I mean, very heads-up play there from Jackson to recognize that he wasn't going to be able to make the play because the ball was only a few feet away from Bailey over there at first base.
We'll go ahead and take a break as Dinah Farr, trainer, is going to come out and take a look at things. Wasatch trails 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Teens report that parents are the #1 influence in their children's lives about decisions to not use alcohol, marijuana, or vape.
Take a few minutes every day to talk to us about things we like to do. Ask about our hopes and dreams, concerns, and fears. This is a time when we need our parents' help the most.
If we feel close to you, we are much more likely to listen. We need you to remind us to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch High School Thrive Club.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Ready to get back after it after the pause in the action. First baseman is going to have to come out of the game. First baseman that was injured was Rhett Bailey. And still not sure exactly what happened, if the ball just didn't get in the glove and came off the face. But either way, Wasatch now with a runner in scoring position, which represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 6th. Eddie Bluth 1-0 the count. Torres comes set. Bluth's going to square. That pitch is outside for ball 2.
This is one of those gut moments for coaches, right? Eddie's been a little bit in a slump lately, Tyler, but it felt like he was starting to come out of it last week. And today he's been on the barrel against Torres, maybe better than anyone on the team for Wasatch. I may be tempted to let him swing away here on this 2-0.
Squares again, and it's going to miss again outside, so 3-0 now the count.
May not get a chance. Hasn't really had a pitch that's been close.
Top of the order on deck is Salmon, still looking for his first hit of the day, but has scored twice, reached on an air and then reached on a fielder's choice ground out. The 3-0 is in there for a strike, so 3-1 now the count. Still nobody out, runner on second. Bluth back into the box. Third base should be staying here, kind of playing that read-it mode. First baseman coming hard, second baseman covering first on a bunt. Bluth does square. It's going to miss outside, and it'll be a 5-pitch walk. That's the 5th freebie of the day for Torres, and brings us back up at the top of the order with runners on first and second. That'll earn a trip to the mound from the Springville pitching coach.
Yeah, they're going to make a change, Tyler. Maybe a smart time to make it. Would have been the 4th time through the lineup for Torres getting to the top. He did have Salmon's number, 0 for 3 on the day for Jack. So Jack may not mind the pitching change here, Tyler, but Brown and Matthews both been really good on the day against Torres as well, Tyler. 3 hits between the two and a couple walks.
We're going to take a break. Pitching change. Wasatch trailing 5-4, but threatening with runners on first and second.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Pitching change brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop is going to be Nielsen, sophomore, 3.6 ERA, best on the team, also has a 2-0 record, and is sitting currently with 11 2/3 innings pitched and 11 strikeouts in those 11 2/3 innings pitched.
Yeah, Ty, on the stat sheet, he's their best guy. Most wins, most appearances, best ERA, Ty, but he's only been used the 4th most on the team. So he's been a reliever type guy to come in and get wins for them.
Springville looking for their first region win. Looks like they're going after it. Salmon's going to square on the first pitch. It's going to go to the first baseman. First baseman's going to try to get it at third base. Third baseman's not even on the bag, and it is going to be another, how are we going to rule that? Single, Ty, or is that fielder's choice?
That's a single, but that's a horrible decision from Torres over there, Tyler. I mean, Jackson's rolling into third base easily when he throws that ball. You got to take the sure out if you can. Ty, we talked at the break, though. You just made a switch. It's a guy who doesn't play first base very often. Played shortstop on Friday when Red was on the mound. He just came off the mound, and over at first, you just make him make a decision. It's a great call from Coach McCoy to go bunt down the first base line.
Bases loaded, and Wasatch hasn't had a ball leave the infield yet in the inning. An infield hit to the shortstop, a walk, and then a bunt. And the Wasatch has the bases loaded. Strike one here to Brown. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs, including a double off the center field wall in his last at bat. Nilsson comes set, working out of the stretch with the bases loaded. The 0-1 swung on and fouled off into the catcher's glove for strike 2.
Boy, he just missed that one, Ty. Timing was pretty good. Just didn't get the bat on plane.
0-2 the count. Again, Wasatch trailing by 1, the leading run on second base. Nilsson sets and delivers the 0-2. Swung on, and this one's roped to the left center field gap. It's down. Pick him up, put him down. Extra bases for Brown. Nope, sorry, they're going to pause the runner at second base. Good read there from Salmon. But a 2 RBI single. He's now 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs for the sophomore Brown. Wasatch retakes the lead. They've had an answer every time Springville has punched. Wasatch has punched back, and they retake the lead at 6-5. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the 6th, and they'll bring up Royal with runners on first and second. Royal himself 1 for 2 today with a double off the right field wall. Also scored in his first at bat. That one misses for ball 1.
Been tracking these guys, the top 4 hitters here, Tyler, for Wasatch. Salmon, Brown, Matthews, and Fowler. Over this series with Springville, they now have 27 at-bats, 15 hits in those 27 at-bats for the top 4.
Salmon hopping around at second base. Shortstop shows the glove. Nilsson doesn't want to. 4 looks. Now delivers low for ball 2. 2-0 the count.
In that type, the love has really been spread out when you look at those 15 hits. Matthews has 5, Brown has 4, Fowler has 3. Right? I mean, they've just spread out the love. Salmon, 4 hits over that stretch.
The 2-0 misses as well. 3-0 now the count to Matthews. See if coach gives him the green light with 3-0. Nilsson sets and delivers. And that one below the knees. 4-4, a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are once again loaded for Braxton Fowler. Has reached base twice with a hit by pitch and a walk, and then grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat. And that'll earn another trip to the mound from the Springville pitching coach. Again, trips to the mound brought to you by Physical at the Fix Stop. Give them a call at 435-654-5607.
Yeah, Ty, this one, Springville's trying to hang on, trying to find their first victory in region play. 3 different pauses here in the bottom of the 6th. The injury, a couple trips to the mound. But it feels like Wasatch, like a shark with blood in the water right now, Tyler, sensing the wobbly team that Springville is at the moment and looking to take full advantage right here.
Going to stay with Nilsson on the mound. He'll face Fowler. Mentioned the start of the broadcast, 434 batting average, but 571 in region play. Second on the team with 19 RBIs.
It's
that
not
is
bad.
now behind
not bad.
Brown and Sweat. Brown with 4 RBIs moves into a tie in first place for RBIs with Sweat. Both of them with 20. Infield for Springville's going to cut it off. Again, still nobody out. Nilsson delivers, swung on, just missed that one. Fouls it straight back for strike 1. Trying to get something out of the infield. Nilsson comes slap. Big leads across the diamond for Wasatch with the infield playing in. Goes to the off speed. Umpire's going to give it to him outside for strike 2. Outfield for Springville playing deep, except for center fielder playing semi-shallow out in center. Left fielder playing deep. The 0-2 goes back to the off speed. That one is too far outside for ball 1.
Yeah, I can't blame him for trying to keep extending that zone, but catcher on a full right lean to receive that and still reaching. Tried to frame it back, but way out.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one misses as well. Ties up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good at-bats across the board for Fowler in the game today. Walker got hit by a pitch in that first at-bat, and then in the second one. And I guess we have a pause in the action as the dugout for Wasatch was doing the Braves chant, and apparently they don't like that.
Yeah, field umpire's getting bored out there, Tyler.
Oh, I guess it's not. Somebody must have said something other than the Braves chant, because the Braves chant is back going. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Umpire just fired up the Wasatch dugout.
Oh, they telling him to stop when the pitcher pitches, I guess. Little third to first action from the pitcher. Royal kind of awkwardly gets back to the bag at first base, but everybody's safe. Two balls, 2 strikes still. Nelson gets the pitch. Comes set. And delivers. Swung on and fouled back again. Keeps count at 2-2.
Ty, what if they did that in other sports? You know, like, hey, quarterback's ready to throw a pass. Be quiet on the sideline. Basketball, this guy's about to take a shot. Don't talk. You know, like, that's a little absurd if that's the deal here, that we want them to be quiet when the pitcher's getting ready to throw the pitch.
Completely agree. 2-2 the count. Goes back to the off speed. Fowler a little protect the plate. Swing there, fouls it off and keeps count at 2-2.
That swing tells you mentally he's saying nothing's getting by me over here. And if it's close, I'm going to hit it hard. I like that approach.
Salmon at third, Brown at second, Matthews at first. The bases are loaded for Wasatch. They have taken the 6-5 lead after scoring 2 runs. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2. And that one misses low and outside. Pitch similar to what Dahl got there in the top half of the 6th. But that'll fill up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He's hitting that outside spot pretty well, but he has been working outside of the zone for the majority of this inning.
The payoff pitch goes back to the off speed. This one's elevated to left field. It's getting back, and foul. Was out of the park, but foul. And we'll reset still with the 3-2 count.
Well, it's a pretty good at bat from Braxton here, Tyler. Should you pull the old Coach Scholl quote on that one, though? You know, hey, Brax, no one's impressed but your mom and your girlfriend there on that one. Got to keep it fair.
And Uncle Shaw. No.
Uncle Tate over here, yeah.
3-2 still the count. It's been a long at bat here for Fowler trying to win it. Nelson comes set. The payoff. And he'll foul another one off. Another good swing, Ty. That's a good pitch that I think Braxton's smart to swing on that one.
Yeah, great pitch. It was a great pitch and a good approach from Braxton, Ty. You just hit a ball over the fence to left field. Almost had a grand slam. And he stayed disciplined. Short and compact to the ball. Fouled it off.
The 3-2 again, and that one misses low, and that'll bring in a run. A good at bat, his 3rd walk on the day. That one will bring in a run, and it's now 7-5, and we'll move to Tatton, who's already got 2 RBIs on the day, to try to add on to the now 7-5 lead.
That was such good discipline from Braxton, Tyler. It was such a good at bat, fouling off so many pitches. But the discipline to not go chasing after you just mashed the ball and almost got his first home run of his career would have been a granny, Tyler. But he didn't chase. He didn't go outside of the zone.
That pitch is in there for a strike. Again, bases still loaded. Nobody out. 7-5. Wasatch with 3 runs in the inning. Led by 3. Springville tied it up at 3-3. Wasatch answered and took a 4-3 lead. Then Springville finally took their own lead at 5-4. But Wasatch has answered and taken a 7-5 lead. 1-1 now the count to Tatton. And that pitch misses below the knees. 4-2. 2-1 now the count. Nelson around the zone, just missing. Springville still with their infield playing in on the grass. And another 2-1. Swung on and fouled off. Moves count to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Nelson back on the mound. The 2-2. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to throw it home for the force out. The throw back to first. Not in time. So he gets the force out at home, doesn't give up a run. But Tatton does a good job of hustling down the line to avoid the double play. 1 out, and bases still loaded.
Yeah, that was a good hustle from Tatton, Tyler. Also a good play from Torres at first base. Threw a nice dart home, and I didn't think there was any chance of a double play on that ball off the bat, but they made it pretty close.
It's going to bring up Livingston. Ground out, strikeout for Livingston on the game today. First pitch, he's going to be swung on, and there's a base knock for Livingston. 1 run's going to come in, 2 runs are going to come in, is Fowler, and the throw's going to be cut off. Runner advances to third, and a 1-out, 2 RBI single for Livingston. And Wasatch has broken this thing open. 9-5 now the score.
Clutch hitting, Tyler. Clutch hitting down from the bottom half of the lineup again. Mentioned Max on Friday was the only player without a hit in the lineup, but he did have a couple RBIs in different spots like that, and there he gets the hit on the board, Tyler, but a couple of other very important RBIs in a game that's pretty tight here at Wasatch, or was until that at bat.
Marcus McCoy's going to come in to pinch run for Livingston. Livingston will probably re-enter here. So runner on third. Is Tatton, and the runner on first will be McCoy, who's pinch running for Livingston. Baxter will step up to the plate, hit by pitch, and a fly out, and then a ground out to the second baseman. Comes up with only 1 out, and Wasatch leading 9-5. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Some signals from the catcher, first and third defense. McCoy, an aggressive base runner for Wasatch, takes a good lead over at first base. The 1-0, that one gets the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 now the count. One ball, 1 strike with 1 away. Nelson taking his time getting inside. Now will come set. Pickoff move, not in time. Try to get McCoy at first.
They made Nelson work, Tyler. He came in relief in this inning. He's already thrown 26 pitches and has only recorded 1 out. Braxton Fowler, a lot of credit for that with his at-bat.
Runner is going to go. The throw back to third, not in time. So Wasatch will swipe the bag, has 2 runners back in scoring position with a 2-1 count for Baxter.
Good throw from Hanson. Hanson's been a nice catcher behind the dish for Springville in this series. One of their better hitters. And when you don't notice your catchers, it usually means you got a pretty good catcher back there, right? They're controlling the game. Not a lot of balls getting by them.
2-1 count is fouled off for a 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. 1 out. Wasatch leading 9-5 after scoring 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Had lost the lead 5-4 and have bounced back. The 2-2. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Tatton's going to break for home. He's going to score on the slow roller. So an RBI for Baxter as he is retired at first base on the 4-3 putout. 2 outs and 10-5 now the score.
It was a good read from Coach McCoy and Trevin to go on that. It wasn't that Hughes didn't have a chance at home, but he was playing a little bit back, Tyler. Wasn't on the cut, and the ball was pulling him away from the throw home. That's a hard play for the second baseman to make, moving his body away from the throw and then turn and fire it. It's the right read to go and get another insurance run.
It's going to bring up Sweat, who led off the inning with an infield base knock and then was able to get a run scored. Comes up with 2 outs. The pitch, and that's inside. No, called a strike.
Well, you know what? Trent likes to get up on the plate. I guess he must have been really on the plate on that one, Ty, because I thought that hit him for a second. 1-1 the count. There's another foul ball straight back on the fastball. 1-2. Been a pretty interesting game for Wasatch. They jumped out to an early lead, 3-0. And we're threatening to get more, but at an unfortunate end of the first inning, line drive ball hit one of the base runners and ended the threat. Then they were held scoreless until the fourth, where they got one. There's a ball outside. It's past the catcher, though. And Wasatch going to have a chance to score. McCoy, a good read, is going to slide in there safely. And another run for Wasatch comes across on the wild pitch. And Marcus McCoy on the pinch run pays off there as well. And Wasatch takes an 11-5 lead over Springville. And just like that, the base has been cleared. Wasatch's done a good job to get the runners in. One of their issues, and they got a nice 13-7 win. Swing and a miss is going to end the inning. But one of the issues on Friday was runners left on base. Not this game. They've done a pretty good job of knocking them in when they've had an opportunity. And they score 7 in the bottom of the 6th inning to take an 11-5 lead over Springville. 3 outs away from the sweep over the Red Devils.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laps. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
7th inning brought to you by Heber Appliance. When your appliance is down to its final out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all at Heber Appliance Furniture and Mattress. They are your hometown team. Wasatch 3 outs away from improving to 12-7 on the season, but they're going to have to face the heart of the lineup. 2-3-4 coming up for Springville. Hughes 0 for 2 today with hit by pitch. Takes ball 1, now strike 1. 1-1 now the count. That pitch misses low. 4-2, 2-1 the count now.
Well, assuming this score can hold, Tyler, Wasatch with a 6-run lead, this would improve the Wasps to 12-7 on the season.
Nice pitch there. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And just keeping our eye at the top 8 is where you want to be to get that first round bye. Right now, 12 is the number you have to be in the top 8. And not that Wasatch will launch there, but 12-4 is where Westfield is sitting. Number 8 right now in the RPI. Olympus 12-4, number 7. And so that's kind of the number. Wasatch will need to stack up a few more wins against this high-quality competition if they want to move up into the top part of the standings.
Full count here to Hughes. Tyson Dahl still on the mound. That pitch misses. That'll be leadoff hitter on for Springville. Bring up the number 3 hitter, Preston Hansen. He's had himself a rough day. Grounded out to the shortstop, but then had a barrel that went off a base runner, and then had a barrel to the right center field gap that ended up turning into a double play on what was probably our play of the game from Austin Brown. Runner on first, nobody out.
It's one of those days where the box score doesn't reflect how good he's been at the plate, Ty. Some good swings.
Pitch misses high for ball 1. One 0 the count. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Dahl battling on the mound. Gave up 2 in the top half of the 6th.
Tyson's got kind of an interesting pitching stat sequence here, Tyler, when you look at it. 14 innings pitched, and it's very steady across the board. Gives up about 1 hit per inning, has given up 9 runs on the year, 8 earned runs, has walked 12 guys, so about 1 walk per inning, and 13 strikeouts, about 1 strikeout per inning. So you're going to get about a hit, a walk, and a strikeout every inning here from Tyson, and more often than not, they'll score a run. About every other inning, they'll get a run off of Tyson. That's kind of been the sequence this year. Got it out of the way last inning. They got a couple runs there, Tyler. This is a shutdown inning here, so you can keep the trend going.
Pitch is fouled off to move the count to 2-2. That pitch is fouled off as well to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He'll fill out the stat sheet on the pitching side, a blown save, but now we'll get a win.
Yeah. If you're Eddie, you might want to take a little beef with that, right? Eddie was in line for the win, and Tyson's going to snatch it away from him.
That pitch is going to be barreled to left field, and it will drop in front of Eddie, who has moved out to left field after finishing his pitching outing. So runners on first and second. Springville's going to keep battling. They trail by 6 here in the top half of the 7th. And it'll bring us to the number 4 hitter, Cason Torres. Single, flew out to left field, and then reached on an error in his last at bat. Torres on the left-handed side of the box. Still a long ways to go for Springville. Dahl delivers the first pitch for strike 1. The 1-0, and that one misses low for ball 1.
Not much action in the bullpen over there for the Wasps.
Catcher Wade was getting loose a little bit in between during the last inning, but nobody over there right now. The 1-1 takes a little bit off of that one. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2 now to count. Still looking for the first out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch bounces off the plate for ball 2. Pitch is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Salmon flips it to Fowler. Fowler to first. How about a little 4-6-3 double play? And just like that, Wasatch is 1 out away from getting out and getting the win.
Yeah, that's pretty tailor-made. As you said, Ty, 4-6-3, but hard all the way through,
Well,
right? Salmon has to move to his left, turns, makes a strong throw to the shortstop. He makes a strong throw to first. That's good all the way around.
Yeah, not an easy 4-6-3. And that'll move us now to Ryder Lyman. Springville coach wanted to have a chat about that one. Just prolong the game a little bit longer.
Got to get his steps in tight. He's made a lot of trips over the last inning out there to talk to that field umpire.
Lyman walked, had a drag bunt single, and then struck out in his 3 at-bats today. Again, Wasatch down to their final out to improve to 12-7 on the season. Trying to creep their way up on that RPI standings. Dahl comes set. Runner did advance to third base on the 4-6-3 double play, but with a 6-run lead, run doesn't matter. That one's in there for a strike. See if Dahl can get into a little bit of a rhythm here. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, that one swung on and fouled off, and now Wasatch 1 strike away from getting the victory. The 0-2 goes upstairs, doesn't get Lyman to chase, so moves count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dahl comes back set. Will deliver the 1-2 and freezes him, but maybe inside, maybe high, and that'll keep the count at 2-2. Deuces on the scoreboard.
Yeah, pretty close. That's a good spot, Ty. With 1-2 pitch inside, a little bit up.
Now bounce, this is this one. Gets a little bit away from Otis, but runner will go back to third, and that'll fill up the count at 3-2. The payoff pitch. And this one's going to be elevated to right field. Livingston starts back, comes up, and that'll do it. Wasatch will get the victory. 11-5 will be the final. We'll go ahead and keep it here and move right into our Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Ty, throw it over to you for our Heber Appliance game summary.
Well, Wasatch wins 11-5, 11 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors for Wasatch. Springville, on the other hand, 5 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors for the Red Devils. Eddie Bluth got the start for Wasatch on the mound. He goes 5 innings pitched. Tyler struck out 4 hitters. Didn't give up any earned runs. 3 did score on Eddie, though. 4 in total came across. 3 runs given up by Bluth in that one. And then he handed the ball over to Dahl. Dahl had a 4-3 lead, but that one was given up in the top of the 6th inning. Springville took a 5-4 lead over Wasatch with some clutch hitting, but Wasatch responded with 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning to take an 11-5 lead, and Dahl came out and shut it down. A scoreless 7th inning, and Wasatch is going to be victorious. They improved to 12-7 on the year. And as far as region play goes now, Tyler, they're 5-3 in region play, still very much in the hunt for a top spot in the region standings. At the plate, Wasatch 9 hits, 3 of those to Austin Brown, 2 singles and a double for Austin, 4 RBIs on the day. Austin Brown is going to be your Chubby's Cafe offensive player of the game. And then Ty has to be your defensive play of the game as well out there in center field. That double from Austin was excellent. So I'm going to give him the double nod with our Big O Tires defensive player of the game as well.
Big O Tires, the team you trust, and our Cubby's Cafe players of the game, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave. Already mentioned that we'll be back on the air tomorrow at Payson for a lacrosse broadcast, and then we'll wrap up the week with more baseball action as Wasatch will be taking on Salem Hills. Pretty big series, Ty. Both those teams jockeying for that top 8 finish. Final thoughts before we send it back for some great music.
A good resilient team, Ty. The bats are alive and well. 27 hits in the series for Wasatch, and hopefully more to come this week.
That'll do it here on 92.9 The Peak.